Welcome back to another video. Today I will be reading from TMJ4 Milwaukee, an article from 2023 titled Bus Driver Who Saved 37 Kids from Burning Bus Faces Life-Altering Challenges. The subtitle reads, On May 31st, Immunek Williams saved the kids on her school bus, but just 6 months earlier, she found out her boyfriend was having a medical emergency that would leave him paralyzed. Side note, I find this incredibly kind of the news station, not just featuring the woman who saved 37 kids from bus fire and from potentially fatal injuries that would come from sitting in a bus while it's on fire, but also featuring her in this very personal and heartbreaking story. Towards the end of the article, they link the GoFundMe that, as far as I know, is still active for this woman and her family. If you would like to, you may donate to that GoFundMe as well. I begin reading. By Simone Woolridge, posted 9:14 a.m., June 23, 2023, in Milwaukee. It was around 7:45 a.m. on May 31st when a Milwaukee woman's life changed. She was behind the wheel of a school bus when she noticed something wasn't right. Quote, I could barely get what I was trying to say out because the smoke was hitting me in the face and in my eyes, so I was just like, okay, forget the radio. Just got the kids off the bus, unquote. Immunek Williams tried to use her radio dispatch so she could tell managers about the odor and smoke she was seeing. 37 kids were saved that day. Immunek got them all off the bus safely. Safety is her top priority. She showed us her daily routine, checking her bus thoroughly inside and out. Quote, I make sure the headlights aren't cracked, unquote, she said as she walked around the front of the bus. Quote, I check the bottom of the seats, end quote, she said as she walked through the bus aisle. Quote, it could have been 37 children were burned in a fire, but it was 37 children were saved, end quote. Side note, her going through and walking through the bus and pointing out what she checks every single day tells me that she does these important safety checks, not just for her safety, but also for the children's safety, and also to make sure that there is nothing bad or about to break down on the bus. That way that bus can go and get repaired, and she can transport the children on a better, safer bus. She is truly doing the Lord's work by doing these kinds of safety checks. Continuing on, Immunek has received thank you notes from the parents of the children who were on the bus. One mom said in a text message, quote, Hi, I just wanted to personally thank you. I had 5 children on that bus. You're heaven sent, end quote. Immunek describes herself as a shy person. She is very soft-spoken and says this is the way she's always been. The children on her bus feel comfortable with her behind the wheel. Quote, I had some days when I didn't come, they would be looking for me like, where you been at? You here? Thank God you're back, end quote, she said as she smiled. She continues to smile despite what she's been going through. 6 months ago, she found herself going through so many emotions at once. She was angry and sad. Quote, December 13th, ... I'll never forget the day, end quote. That day, she was at work, driving the school bus when she received a call from her fiancé. Quote, I was in the middle of my route, and he was calling me, texting me, like, I can't feel my legs, something is wrong, end quote. He was unable to move the lower half of his body and had to be taken to the hospital before emergency surgery. Quote, he had a blood clot on his spine that popped, and the blood got down to his muscles, causing him to be paralyzed, end quote, Immunek said quietly. Below, we see an image showing, as the caption says, Immunek's fiancé and son. Continuing on, the two are parents, raising a 1-year-old son, and she is 8 months pregnant, expecting another boy. Quote, I try not to think about it, so I won't cry, but when I think about it, I always cry, unquote. Immunic has had to find the joy in the little moments, like throwing the first pitch at a Brewers game. Quote, "Please welcome a new local hero from Milwaukee, Immunic Williams," end quote, the baseball announcer said as the crowd welcomed her to the field. Quote, "I got to be on the field, see the players. One of the players gave me a hug, so that was nice," end quote. What she did for the dozens of kids on the school bus on May 31st earned her recognition, but hasn't brought her every drop of joy she wants and needs as she raises a family. She's uncertain about what's next, but her kindness and passion for helping others serves as a reminder to herself. Keep a smile and the rest will follow. Immunic and her fiancé's home was once a 2-minute bus drive from the bus company. He used to drive her to work, so much has changed. The two have since had to move into a handicap-accessible home. If you would like to help Immunic and her family, you can donate through a GoFundMe organized for her. Linked here. Here ends the article. Here we have the GoFundMe, listed under the name Bus Driver Hero. It's still live now. It had a $10,000 goal and only $7,062 were raised. Please consider donating to this GoFundMe. This woman was a hero in this children's time of need. Working and having a handicapped fiancé and 2 children, it's hard to make ends meet. So, please consider donating to this woman who was heroic. That kind of heroism deserves community support. Thank you for watching/listening, and I will see you in the next video.